All right, peace. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, give honor and praise to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Yaakov. Give a double honors to 7130 South Chicago that taught me this truth. Give a double honors to all the brothers and sisters that the Creator has walking in these last days. With that being said, peace and shalom. All right, so as you can see the title, Brooklyn deli worker shot and killed following an argument, police say, right? So you had a situation that happened where, from the article that I read, is that a guy, he came into the store, and I believe that he wanted a Black and Mild for free. And eventually him and the store clerk had got into an argument, and the next thing you know, the store clerk wound up dead. So what I want to do is I want to play the video, but before we start going into this, you know, this is fair use. This is not for monetary gain. This is for educational purposes and religious purposes. So with that being said, let's start the
And I'm Christine Johnson. Witnesses say the shooting happened after a confrontation over a product in his store.
CBS 2's Ali Bauman at the scene tonight in Crown Heights.
Family tells us the victim had been working at this deli for years. They believe he was killed by a stranger who was trying to get a free cigar. Detectives scoured a mean deli for evidence Monday on the corner of Franklin Avenue and Lincoln Place, where just after 4 p.m., 37-year-old Nazim Berry was shot and killed.
Nazim's proud when he's over here on the corner to work and love everybody and help who he can help.
The victim's mother was not here at the time, but says his co-workers told her that a man had come inside and began arguing with her son.
The guy asked him to buy him a Black and Mild, and he said no, and they started to argue.
She says the man left, then soon returned with a gun.
And when the guy went to draw the gun, Nazim seen it, and they had a tussle over it. And they said that they tussled, and you know, when you bend down and you're tussling, and the guy pointed the gun right to the side of his head, the back of his head, and shot him.
Surveillance video captures the sound of a single gunshot. Then someone can be seen running away. Berry was pronounced dead shortly after police arrived.
I'm not a troublemaker. I don't know this happened. It's very sad.
United Bodegas of America is now offering a $10,000 reward for information leading to an arrest. This is the first shooting in this precinct so far this year, and there was one shooting here this time last year as well. Police say the suspect ran away on foot and are asking anyone with information to call the NYPD. In Crown Heights, Brooklyn, Ali Bauman, CBS 2 News.
Police are now looking for the gunman who shot and killed a worker at a bodega in Crown Heights, Brooklyn. This surveillance image of the suspect was released by police late this morning. CBS 2's Christina Fenn reports the victim's family says it began with an argument over a cigar.
The deli has reopened, but the workers inside were too shaken to speak. The victim's mother tells us her son was shot and killed by a customer who refused to pay. Grieving customers laid down candles and flowers in front of a mean deli Tuesday morning, where 37-year-old bodega clerk Nazim Berry was fatally shot the day before. Neighbors unable to understand how the gunman could be so callous.
He was humble. He helped everybody out here. The kid worked in all these little stores just to make extra money. Didn't bother no one at all. This hit hard. This hit hard.
Berry's heartbroken mother, who rushed to the corner of Franklin Avenue and Lincoln Place Monday night, said her son's death was all over an unpaid cigar.
The guy asked him to buy him a Black and Mild, and he said no, and they started to argue.
Berry's mother wasn't here at the time, but says his co-workers told her the customer left and then returned with a gun.
When the guy went to draw the gun, Nazim seen it, and they had a tussle over it. And they said that they tussled, and you know, when you bend down and you're tussling, and the guy pointed the gun right to the side of his head, the back of his head, and shot him.
In this surveillance video, you can hear the sound of a single gunshot before someone is seen sprinting away from the scene.
I hope he gets apprehended, and I hope they throw the book at him.
You didn't have money for
Now you now you know what's wrong with this situation is that you will have people. Now it's not saying these folks on here, but it's people in the community that know this individual that basically he murdered this guy over a cigarette. See? And now the community is up in arms. But see, what another thing too that we don't really understand is that humanity is really at war with itself. See, this stuff is about to really get out of hand is because, see, the Euro Gentile is being he's being judged by the Creator. See, and society is basically what the leadership is. It's because the leadership in this country is guilty of the same thing. See, because they took this land by force. And see, we look at a lot of these murders and things of this nature. And see, this really is a plague on the country. And eventually it's going to get worse, man. It's going to get worse is because these kids today, these young adults, they have they don't have a care in the world. See? But the first scripture that I want to look at is the 24th chapter of the book of Matthew. And I'm going to start reading at the 12th verse. It says, "And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold." And see, anytime that you can come into a store and kill a person because y'all have a difference of opinion, see, it shows you the level of respect that we have for one another. See, and especially the so-called Negro that's in captivity. See, that young man that went to the store, he basically in there doing his job, and he got killed over something that probably cost $2 or $3, you know. But another thing too, man, like I just said, this world today is being plagued, right, by all these different things that's happening, whether it's migrants coming over here or whatever. See, America is under divine judgment. And see, when you look at this type of stuff, you have to be able to understand the times that you're living in. Let's look at this. The 4th chapter of the book of 2nd Ezra. And I'm going to start reading at the 37th verse. It says, "By measure have he measured the times." Are we looking at the times that we're living in while this type of stuff, this chaos and stuff like that is happening? It's because really the Creator's in the process of ushering the family that we looking at, which is the human family of this time. He's ushering people into what? The Third World War. See? And the Third World War is not just going to be fought over there in the river Euphrates. It's going to be fought global. See? And one of the things that's happening to America is that the Creator has put a spirit on these folks. And see, these folks, this guy that went into the store and killed basically an innocent so-called black person, these same people is going to start hunting down these Caucasians that's in the communities, see, that's living lavishly and things of this nature. These same demons that's out here killing regular folks, they gonna start coming and trying to kill these other, and a lot of time, and see, most of the time they gonna be successful at doing this, because see, it's a spirit that has been unleashed on the human family. See, let's look at another scripture. Let's turn to the 5th chapter of the book of 2nd Ezra, and I'm gonna start reading at the 8th verse. And it says, there should be confusion also in many places. And see, this is what's going on. You got war in America. You got war overseas. The human family is at war with each other. And really, they warring against the Creator, because, see, these are the people, see, they don't want to follow the Creator. And a lot of times the people, because the king is sick, right? The people turn into savages. It's because they're viewing everything off of what the king is doing. So it says, there should be confusion also in many places. And it says, and the fire shall be off sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and minstrels women shall bring forth monsters. And see, that's what's going on today. Like, a lot of these kids that's out here killing and stuff like that, even though it's a spirit that's been unleashed on humanity or the American system by the Creator, but a lot of these kids, they have grown up without structure at home. See? And this is why I'm saying that a lot of this stuff is a plague on the community, is because, see, we have, especially the so-called black men, see, we have gotten away from the structure that we are supposed to be living up under. See, a lot of these young men that's out here killing people, they don't have a father at the crib. See, they don't have a male role model. It's because the scripture says that the woman, I'm just paraphrasing, she's going to bring forth what? What's he say? It says, mistress woman shall bring forth monsters. It's because, see, a lot of these so-called black women, they running around here having these babies by a lot of these men that is not even fit to be parents. And I'm not saying that the young boy's mother, that you know, he got killed. I'm talking about the individual that killed him, see? Because a lot of times these kids, they don't really have structure at the crib, yo. So they just running out here like a loose cannon. And then they being influenced by society. And then the next thing you know, they out here doing what? They killing people over nothing. And you never know, man, that guy could have, see, because a lot of these young guys, it ain't necessarily about the black and mild. A lot of times these young guys come outside with the intentions on starting stuff with people. And then the next thing you know, you fall, you take the bait, then they come back and do what? They come back and kill you, see? And why are they doing this? It's because the structure of the system has gone. These people doing whatever they want to do out here. And like I said, these things is going to increase, brothers and sisters. This is going to increase. It's because in a minute, these guys is not, see, and this already happening. They don't have a fear of going to prison. See, they not scared to go to jail. They don't care. So when you have a person like that in the neighborhood, see, he's dangerous. Let's look at the scripture. It says, 2nd Ezra, the 12th chapter and the 28th verse, it says, for the sword of the one shall devour the other. And see, That's what just happened. And what is the sword today? It's the gun. See, whether it's nuclear weapons or these conventional weapons that we have out here. See, there's no love and kindness in the community. Where's Black Lives Matter? See, where's Black Lives Matter at? All this stuff going on. Because they really don't have no good intentions for the people themselves. It says, for the sword shall devour the other. It says, but at the last he shall fall through. Let me read that over. For the sword of the one shall devour the other, but at the last he shall fall through the sword himself. Because what? You live by the sword, you die by the sword. See? You live by the sword, you gonna die by it. And a lot of times these young men, they out here, they don't have no guidance. They out here like a loose cannon. And see, that same mentality, this is what's finna happen to them. They're gonna get killed too. This is why, brothers and sisters, man, we gotta pay attention to the times that, see, America is under divine judgment. And see, a lot of these folks that's in the country, because they not really connected to the Creator like that, they're gonna be what? They're gonna be casualties themselves. Excuse me. They gonna become casualties themselves. See? So I just want to do a quick video about this article that I saw. You know, this is a sad situation, man. But see, these things they're gonna continue to take place until the Creator remove the slave master off the scene. So with that,